Welcome to college football review and or recap and preview for week 11. So we're gonna talk about week 10's games and the rankings, and then move on to the new college football playoff committee rankings, and then we'll get into picks for week 11. So rankings for week 10, we had LSU at number 1, Alabama at number 2, Ohio State number 3, Clemson 4, Penn State 5, Florida number 6, Oregon 7, Georgia 8, number 9 Utah, and number 10 Oklahoma. Oklahoma dropped 5 spots that week after the loss to I believe we'll find out. Yeah, that was not a good game for them, the one that they lost. But, I think we'll talk about, Jared. Talk about how Notre Dame's not doing very well right now.
Yeah, they have 2 losses to their name. Michigan game was embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, the South Carolina game for Georgia was also very embarrassing. So, all right. So, first game we have here, we had Clemson versus Wofford. This is why Clemson is not number 1 in the rankings. Just
they don't play anyone.
The teams that they play, their strength of schedule is probably one of the worst. I think it was like 62nd or something. But they got the win, 59-14. Right here we had game of the week probably. Number 8 Georgia at number 6 Florida. They played in Jacksonville that game. Georgia got the win, 24-17. Jake Fromm 20 for 30 for 279 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Lawrence Cager for the Dogs had 132 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. Just great game by them. Jake Fromm showed that he can throw the ball when the run game was stopped. So
a good game to watch offensively.
Yeah. Oregon got the win over USC, 56-24. Good win by them. They keep moving up in the rankings, looking pushed towards the playoff. The Pac-12 is looking pretty good this year with Utah up there too. So Utah got the win against Washington, 33-28. Jacob Eason 29 for 52, 316 yards and 4 touchdowns for Washington, and then Hunter Bryant for Washington also had 2 touchdowns, and then Utah's running back had 100 yards and 1 touchdown. So good game by him.
Yeah.
Next game here, we got... I guess that's it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but... Hey. Well, we can move right into the college football playoff rankings now. Pretty shocking, I would say.
Yeah.
I can name off the top. Number 10. We have Florida coming off a loss of Georgia, so I think that's a good ranking for them. We had Oklahoma at number 9, up 1 from 10. That loss kind of hurt them a little bit. Number 8, we have, number 8, Utah. So they're moving up 2, and then we got 2 Pac-12 teams right together there in the rankings. Number 7 is Oregon. They had a good win against a Texas team that was ranked in the top 10 at the time when they beat them. So that kind of helps them a little bit, but Texas is unranked now, so who knows. And then, so that was number 7. Number 6, we got Georgia. Georgia up from 8. Had a big win against Florida this week. Really need to show the committee that that was a good game for them, the committee to look at to see Georgia's strength. They got a big game coming up. They said that Georgia controls their own fate, which is true because they have to win out and win the SEC championship to make the playoffs. So then number 5, we got Clemson, which I believe is the rightful ranking for them just because of their schedule. They're undefeated. They won a national championship last year, but
really haven't played anyone this year.
Yeah, that's strength. They haven't really been. North Carolina, they can't really stumble at all, and they have to win the ACC pretty outright to make the playoff. But there are going to be some losses in there, so because we got there's a bunch of SEC teams still at
Yeah.
the top, so yeah. Number 4, we have Penn State.
Yeah.
It's kind of shocking, but
No, I think they're
a good team. I mean, Penn
Yeah.
State's usually, I mean, every year they get high rankings and then kind of
Yeah.
fall off towards the end, but we'll see.
I think
They
they'll
play
push through.
they play Ohio State in a couple weeks, so one of them's going to lose.
That should be a great game to
It'll be a
watch.
great game to watch too. And then number 3 we have Alabama, which I understand why they also haven't played anybody, but they're
Yeah.
also Alabama, I guess. So
Yeah.
then this is a shocker right here. LSU at number 2, and then Ohio State at number 1. I just disagree with that. I think it should be flipped.
Yeah.
LSU's schedule, man, is just
LSU's a great team.
ridiculous. Like
I think
the
Ohio
teams that
State
they've
should be number
played,
2.
and Ohio State played Wisconsin, but like Wisconsin's fell a lot in the rankings. LSU had a win against Texas, but Texas isn't really ranked anymore. They were in top 10 at that time.
Yeah.
Win against Florida and wins against Auburn. So they have 3 top 10 wins this year. And
Play Alabama.
I mean, they play Alabama this week, so that'll be the game to watch.
It's gonna be a great game.
Number 2, number 3 was number 1, number 2. They changed it, but I mean, it should be number 1 versus number 3. But
Yeah.
hey, I wish I was on the committee. Hey, maybe that's why I'm not on the committees. And then let's look at Ohio State's schedule real quick. Justin Fields just been tremendous this year for him. They have, Wisconsin wasn't even in the top 10 when they played, and Michigan State was number 25 when they played. So, I mean, most of these wins have been pretty big too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Miami of Ohio, 76-5.
Yeah.
I mean,
The most they've given up this year is 21. And other than that, they haven't given up more than 10. So their defense is looking really good.
Yeah.
Play Maryland this week, and then we got Penn State in 3 weeks. So that'll be a game to watch. We'll see if Penn State can make it to that game still in the top 4. Obviously, it's going to get shaken up a little bit with the LSU-Alabama game, but I think we'll see Clemson move in. And then I think either Alabama or LSU will drop to number 5 or number 6.
Yep.
Because, I mean, that's a big game. They're both in the playoff right now. I don't think they're going to fall too far, especially because they'll only have 1 loss after. So, we'll see. Yeah. All right, let's get into these Week 11 picks right here. Get the schedule out. So we had some games already this week on Tuesday, and then there's a game at night. Ball State played Western Michigan, lost 35-31. All right, so let's get in these picks. We got number 4 Penn State at number 17 Minnesota. Who you got, Jared?
I got Penn State. I mean, Minnesota's not that tough of a team.
Yeah, I'm going with Penn State on this one as well. Next game here, we got number 2 LSU at number 3 Alabama. Game of the week. Who you picking?
I'm gonna go with LSU. They have really good defense. I mean, defense wins games.
Yep. I will also go with LSU on this one. Joe Burrow is just a beast at quarterback. I think it'll be a good matchup between him and Tua. So, yeah. Next we got number 18 Iowa at number 13 Wisconsin. That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Wisconsin on this one. Jonathan Taylor. I've loved Jonathan Taylor this whole season, but
I also think I'm gonna go with Wisconsin. Iowa really hasn't played anyone and actually won. So.
Next game we got Missouri at number 6 Georgia. Georgia back at home this week. I'm going with Georgia to win big on this one. Just build on last week's win against Florida. Just absolutely dominate this game.
I think it's going to be an easy win by Georgia. So.
Next game, we got number 5 Clemson at NC State. I'm going with Clemson on this one. Trevor Lawrence, also another unranked opponent for them to play in the ACC. So Clemson is going big.
It's going to be a breeze for Clemson.
Yep. Iowa State at number 9, Oklahoma. This will be a good game. I'm going to go with the upset. Iowa State's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's going to win. It's going to be a good game.
Yep. Okay, so I think that does it for us on college football, the preview for Week 11 and the recap of Week 10, and then we'll also talk a little bit about the college football playoff rankings. I agree with the top 10. The placement's a little weird, but
Yep.
We're still a couple weeks out from bowl games and the playoff games, so hopefully they get it right.
I think after this week it's gonna be switched around a little bit.
For sure. I think Clemson's gonna move in number 4, so we'll have my prediction is gonna be Ohio State, LSU at number 2. Number 3 we'll have Penn State, and then Clemson will move into 4. Georgia will move up to 5, and then whoever loses that LSU Bama game will drop down to number 6. So I think it's going to be a good week for college football. Probably game of the year. So enjoy, folks. Thanks for watching.